Hi there and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is MollyKate. I'm a 24-year-old fashion designer and I make creative content here on YouTube. If you saw my last video, then you already know that I am doing a passion project. And this is a passion project that I started last year and I'm really going to get serious about this year. I'm very excited about it. If you don't already know what this project is, then go watch my last video where I explain the whole project. But in short, I decided to make dresses inspired by Taylor Swift songs. This is because I'm a fashion designer. I also love photography and I've grown up listening to Taylor Swift since I was in like 4th grade. So I thought it would be super fun to combine my love of self-portrait photography, dressmaking, listening to her songs, and basically create art inspired by her music. So what this project entails is me picking a song, making the dress, photographing myself in the dress, that's where the self-portrait photography comes in, and then documenting it here on YouTube. I'm also creating mood board journal book pages that capture every dress. That's a little bit about what we're doing here. If you're a fellow Swiftie like me, or you want to learn how to sew and you're just interested in dressmaking content, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean a whole lot to me. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I'm currently at 573, so I'm getting there. All that being said, now it's time to get into the next song that I created a dress for, and that is 22, Taylor's version. So if you watched my last video, then you'll know that I already created 4 dresses inspired by 4 different songs, and I'm going to talk about this pink one here today. And this dress was so much fun. This dress was completely different than my first dress. My first dress was red and it was a ball gown. This next dress for 22, I ended up doing a shorter, more slip style dress. This dress took, honestly, it could have been done in a day. I extended it into 2 days, but it was super quick and easy for me to make, especially when you compare it back to the first dress. This first dress, that was intense. Getting into the vision behind the dress here, I wanted to embody staying up late with friends, being young, and having a sleepover with your best girlfriends. And when I thought of this, I was really inspired by sleepwear and more pajama type pieces, which is why I ended up going with this slip style dress. I knew immediately that this was what I wanted the dress to look like. I picture dresses when I listen to songs. I know it's not normal, so I already knew what this would look like, and thankfully I actually already had the fabric for this as well. So I did go to fashion design school, and in fashion design school I actually collected a lot of fabric, some of which was this pink satin fabric here. So I've held on to it for a little bit and finally knew that this was the perfect time to finally get to use it. So this is recycled fabric that honestly I think was getting thrown away at my college, and then I was like, no, I want it. My friend actually gave it to me because they were like, Molly, this is you in a fabric. Here you go, you need this. And what's cool about it is the color here is pink, and that is personally my favorite color, and was especially my favorite color when I was 22. I mean, I'm only 24 now, but when I was 22, I was all about the color pink, and so that's why I chose this color for this song. It's kind of a personal tie to just when I was that age, and honestly, I can't think of being 22 without thinking of the color pink. My whole apartment was literally pink. Everything in my life was pink. Pink was my brand. Pink was my whole personality. I'm still a pink girl, but not to the extent that I was a couple years ago. So this dress was so quick, so easy to make. I didn't pattern draft this one myself, which is probably why it was easier, but I found a pattern on Etsy, and then honestly just made it in a night. I ended up doing finishing touches the next morning, but it was super easy, super simple. I found this feather trim at Joann Fabrics, and I was so pumped because it was the exact shade of the fabric, and so I ended up being able to use this as straps. I did originally make my own straps, but then realized I didn't even need it because this feather trim could just act as the strap itself. So that was really cool. And then I ended up putting the feather trim along the bottom as well. And this is just a fun hanging out with friends, super casual, girls' night in type dress. And for the photo shoot, I immediately knew I wanted to photograph this at midnight eating breakfast. I wish it would have been fun to have friends in this with me, maybe like make multiple dresses and like have us all on the photo shoot, but it is a self-portrait photo shoot, and alas, it was just me. So for the photo shoot, I photographed these images myself, actually in my sewing studio. I actually have a guest bed in my sewing studio, so it kind of worked out perfectly. And I ordered IHOP. I had my husband go pick up the food, and he was like, oh my gosh, this is so much food. But I was like, no, you can't eat it yet. And so I put my hair up in a ponytail, did my makeup. I was still a brunette at this point because this was months ago before I dyed my hair red. And I first started shooting on my camera, but I just wasn't liking how the photos were turning out. It almost looked too much like a photo shoot. And so I ended up switching over to my iPhone. So I put my iPhone on a little tripod with the 10-second timer, and I would press it and then run over to the bed and sit and like pose with the food. And honestly, like I could have used a remote control for my phone, but for whatever reason, that's not what I did for this photo shoot. So I'm pressing the button, running, eating, and I really like how the photos turned out. So these are the final images. I edited them in the Tezza app, which I really love for giving vintage effects to photos. You can add green and you can make them look like Polaroid photos, which was kind of the vibe here because, again, sleepover with friends, you're taking Polaroid photos, film photos. So that's kind of the inspiration here behind how I made this dress and the photo shoot behind the dress, and I'm really happy with it. I've posted this dress over on my Instagram, TikTok, Shorts, and I've gotten a lot of really nice comments about it saying that this is exactly what other people picture when they think of this song, which makes me really happy. That was a big fear of mine posting these videos, was that people wouldn't agree with my interpretation of these songs as dresses, but this one is one that I feel really, really good about. So I hope y'all like it. I hope that it inspires you. The final step to making this dress and this project was to create my journal page. So for every dress, I'm including images of the final photo shoot in a 2-page spread, along with some inspo photos for kind of my thought process behind concepting this dress and this photo shoot. So it kind of acts as both a documentation of the dress as well as a mood board inspiration journal page thing. You know what I mean? So it's really cool having like a 2-page spread for every dress. And then as I do each of the dresses, then it'll kind of be like looking at all of Taylor's albums through a mood board journal, which is like so cool. So I hope you enjoyed watching the behind the scenes of making my 22 Taylor's version dress. Please stay tuned because my next video will be explaining this white dress right here. If you go over to my YouTube Shorts, I've already posted it with the song title over there, so you can go check that out. So it is already up on YouTube Shorts, but the full-length video of me explaining the whole behind the scenes is coming up very soon within the next couple days. So please subscribe and look out for that one. This white dress is actually, I said the red dress was my favorite, but I think the white dress is actually my favorite so far. So please stay tuned for that video and leave a comment down below for what dress song you would like me to make next. I am still working on the Red album right now. I'm choosing 6 songs per album. So comment down below which song from Red Taylor's version you would like me to do next, as well as other albums and songs that I'll get to next after I'm done with this album. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Again, it truly means the world to me, and I'm just having so much fun here on YouTube. I'm building up my confidence, and I had a really nice comment on my last video of my red dress of someone saying, you know, hey, don't laugh at yourself. You are talented and don't put yourself down, basically, which is something that I think I'm really good at. I think I'm really good at putting myself down because I have been very insecure and very scared to share this passion project with y'all, but not anymore. I'm telling myself that now's the time to be bold and be confident and share all of my creations and ideas with the world. So that's a little bit about me, about my project. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I think I've thanked you like 5 times already in this video, but it truly just means the world to me. I also feel a slight bit of pressure to keep talking so I can make this video 13 minutes long, because if you're a Swiftie, you already know. My last dress video ended up in the 13-minute range, and I was like, it's meant to be. So I am low-key wanting to make every one of these videos 13 minutes long. Thank you all. Until next time, bye.